But then it's made the news big time. So this is the story. The story begins with Godfrey Dame, Keselato Forson, and Japa. We're going to tell you everything. Before we go on, let's see what Sami Jemfi, the propaganda secretary of the NDC, what he told reporters outside. Of course, he's an interested party. Ato Forson is a minority leader. He's an interested party. That makes sense. So Sami Jemfi was in the court. After the court, this is what he told reporters.
We have times without number explained why we think that Honorable Ato Forson is innocent and that this whole case is needless. Now the matter has been before the courts. Various witnesses have been called. The minority leader himself has opened his case and closed his case. Currently the third accused is being cross-examined by lawyers for the minority leader who is the first accused. And today cross-examination was done by our own director legal, Edigi Tamako. So we're all in court to monitor the proceedings. But we were shocked to the marrow when the third accused, under cross-examination, disclosed to the courts that the Honorable Attorney General has been reaching out to him, calling him over the phone, that he has met with him in person, and that the Attorney General has been asking him to give false testimony to the courts and skew his testimony in such a way that corroborates the case of the Attorney General against the first accused, so that the first accused can be convicted and jailed. He said this in open courts and asked that it should be put on record. And the leadership also directed that same should be captured by the record. And so what we are talking about is something which is on record. And we as a political party are totally scandalized and disgusted by this development.
All right. We as a political party are totally scandalized by this development. Okay, whilst I'm at this, producer, please get me President Mohammed's concern, the video on security agent. That's later. But get me that so that we don't forget. All right. Sami Jemfi said, we as a political party are scandalized. Scandalized by what? The allegation, and which is what the guy said in court, is that this is Mr. Jakwa here. Mr. Jakwa here told the lawyer in cross-examination, he mentioned it, examination, that the Attorney General has been urging him to fashion out a certain testimony and evidence. Jakwa is the one on the bottom right, and Keselato Forson is the one on the up right, and Leonard Attorney General is the one on the left. Jakwa on the bottom right is reported to have told the court that the Leonard Attorney General has reached out to him so that he may fashion his evidence and testimony, so that the evidence and testimony that he gives will form the ammunition that the Attorney General needs to convict Keselato Forson. This is the story that he told the court in the mathematical equation. He says, Attorney General spoke to me. This is Attorney General. He said, Attorney General spoke to me that I should fashion my evidence in such a way that Keselato Forson will be convicted so that I will not be convicted. Well, the two of them are on the same trial and the allegations are similar. Ato Forson is alleged to have procured some papers, letters of credit issues that benefited him so that they could bring the ambulance. The letters of credit were procured, the benefits may have accrued, but the ambulance didn't come. It took Hawakumsin and Nana Akufo-Addo to provide those ambulances. We all know that story. I'm sure it's a story that's coming up for 2024 election. We'll do a song about it. Ambulance, who brought ambulance, who didn't bring ambulance. Anyway, so this man says, Captain Jakwa says that he was told to deliver a certain angle that will make Ato Forson convicted. That suggests that the Attorney General really doesn't have the Ato Forson conviction documentation, or he doesn't have the case. That's what it suggests. That's what Jakwa suggests. That Attorney General didn't have the power, the authority, and in fact the argument to convict Ato Forson. So he was looking for him to help him be able to convict Ato Forson. Is that also? I think that makes sense. That's very basic for all of us to understand. All right. If that were the case, let's now go in to see the documentation that has been exchanged between the two parties. Now, the Attorney General already has achieved the prima facie case against both of them. He has already achieved that. A submission of no case from Keselato Forson, and I believe himself, has already failed in the court. So what happens is that the Attorney General opens his case. He's opening his case. He's lined up what he wants to say about them. After he did what he said about them, the court then allows the accused persons to respond. In their response, the accused person has the option to say that I've listened to what the Attorney General said. He has not made any case against me. They will look at the rules of the prosecution. They will look at the Criminal Offences Act and the procedure and convince the court that based on this and that that the Attorney General and the prosecution have not been able to make any case. If the court agrees with them, they will sustain, as they say, their application for the submission of no case. That application will be sustained by the court if they agree with them. If they don't agree with them, the court will tell them, no, we don't agree with you. The Attorney General has raised a prima facie matter. You need to answer it. That stage has been crossed. For a prosecutor, once you cross that stage, you are almost on the highway. You are waiting for the rest of the matter, but you're almost on the highway. The Attorney General has successfully crossed that stage. Now, a prosecutor who is struggling to find conviction is not one who has already achieved the prima facie. A prosecutor who is struggling to find the conviction is one who is not able to get the conviction properly. A prosecutor who has crossed the submission of no case and has succeeded thereon is not concerned about building his case. He's already really on the highway. At that stage, it is the defense that is chasing the matter. It's not the prosecution that is chasing the defense. At the beginning, when the prosecution make their case, they have to satisfy everybody that the case has been made. Once the prosecution satisfies the court that the case has been made, from then on, it is the defense that is chasing the matter. It's not the prosecution. Okay, let's move on and see a few things. Now, there's something called plea bargaining. Okay, plea bargaining means that when the accused person has accepted that I have done something wrong, but it was inadvertent, manshada, but I've done something wrong. Injegbe, as they say in Ghana, injegbe, but I've done something wrong. So the Parliament of Ghana has passed a plea bargaining law in Ghana. It was always part of the process, but now it's been made stronger because of Act of Parliament. And therefore, Article 11 of the Constitution is one of the second most important categories of laws in Ghana. Now, that plea bargaining has been passed. The meaning of plea bargaining is that I have accepted that what I did was wrong, but I feel that I should not be punished for it. In lieu of me being punished for it, whatever loss that has been occasioned, I will pay for it. Viewers, let's get that clear. What is the meaning of plea bargaining? Plea bargaining means that the accused person says, I have accepted what I did. I have accepted it. I'm not worried about that. When does plea bargaining come? Plea bargaining comes after the Attorney General has made his case. And after the defense people have, the defendants, if you like, have tried to challenge the case, and the court says, no, you have a question to answer. At that stage, plea bargaining is open to the defendants. So defendants come and say, we have done what the Attorney General says we have done, but we don't think that we should go to prison. In lieu of going to prison, we will pay for it. Let's look at the next line of 3 letters that I'll show you, and we'll go back to submission. If you don't worry, we are coming. We also heard about a judge's house where some meeting happened. We have all the details. We'll tell you tonight. Don't go anywhere. All right. Thomas Albin Law Consult, 27th April 2023. A letter written to the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice. It says, dear sir, case number so and so, case Forson, Sylvester Animana, who is now out of the case, and Richard Japa. Proposal from Big C Trading Company. Okay, viewers, let's look at this well. They call it a proposal from Big C Trading Company. So it goes as follows. We act as lawyers for the third accused person. Third accused person is Richard Japa. Okay, the same person who says Attorney General has been telling him that he should come and design his case so that Forson will go to jail and he won't go to jail. This is him writing to the Attorney General on the date of 27th April 2023, last year. This is what it says. It says, we act as lawyers for the third accused person. As you would be aware, the matters that have resulted in the Republic instituting the above proceedings against the accused persons arise directly from a contract dated 19 December 2012, entered into between Big C Trading Company Limited and Government of the Republic of Ghana. Big C Trading Company Limited executed the contract through its local agent, Limited, of which our client was the board chair and currently the executive chairman. Big C Trading Company Limited has approached our client with the exceeded and finds the proposal satisfactory, and hereby forward the same to you in the hope that it will receive your favorable consideration. Viewers, this is what see, we are doing this work. Listen to them. You heard Sami Jenfi speaking to journalists today. There is some shocking. The whole world must come down. Everything must come to a head because this Attorney General is some criminal. The person Sami Jenfi was talking about is the person writing to. This is one of 3 letters I'll show you. Writing. I'll show you the Attorney General's response to them as well. Writing to the Attorney General saying that he again. That's the proposal that they have brought, the proposal determining how much they want to pay in lieu of going to jail, that the Attorney General should consider it favorably. The person whose Attorney General has called him that, come and do your case in a certain way for me, I beg you, so that I can jail. He didn't tell the court. You see what Okujeto did on the radio the other day? He went to talk about Obechebelam. He didn't tell the journalist that he didn't succeed in the case. Same thing Sami Jenfi is doing. Sami Jenfi doesn't show this to the journalist. He doesn't show it to them. He comes on the thing and says, hey, Attorney General has called a guy. This is the worst. He doesn't tell the journalist that there's a letter like that. But we always obtain it. You know why? Because truth will always win over evil. Truth will always win over evil. Light will always shine out darkness. You cannot have darkness and light shines. No, light will shine out darkness. So let's get to it. Letter I read to you, I'll come back to it, but that was 27th. Now 16th May, they didn't get a response from the Attorney General on that one. 16th May, they wrote again, same people, same law firm, citing the same case Olato Forson, Sylvester Anamana, and Richard Japa. Let's go to that quickly. It says, we refer to your letter dated 12th May with reference to the. Your letter states that the Attorney General is unable to accede. Is that the second letter? Please ask them quickly. Let me get. I wanted letter 1, letter 2, Attorney General's response. So this letter 2. Letter 1, letter 2, Attorney General's response. Okay, so this letter 2. Okay, so letter 2. I'll not do too much of this. Is this letter 2? I want 12th May, 16th May. Please, let's get it right. Is this letter 2?
The second one is what they put out the first.
I need to look at letter 2. I'm telling viewers that letter 1, letter 2. I need to show it to viewers. Letter 2. Before I come to the Attorney General's response.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is 16th May. So I read 12th May. Thank you very much. I read 12th May letter. This is a letter of 16th May. Same reference. We refer to your letter dated 12th May. Your letter states that the Attorney General is unable to accede to our client's request to amicably settle the case for the reasons stated herein. In particular, you state that the proposal emanates from Big C, who are not a party before the case. Fantastic. So when they wrote to the Attorney General said, I'm not prosecuting Big C. I am prosecuting Olato Forson and Richard Japa. I don't know Big C. So listen, they write to the Attorney General back. The man who says Attorney General called me that I should do my case well to help him. His lawyers first wrote in the name of his company that his company wants to settle. Attorney General says, I'm not prosecuting the company, so forget about it. If you want to settle, come in the name of the people I'm prosecuting. All right. Says your letter states that the Attorney General is unable to accede to our client's request to amicably settle the case before the reasons for the reasons stated therein. In particular, this is one of the reasons. In particular, Attorney General said that he's not prosecuting Big C. He said, you state that the proposal emanates from Big C, who are not a party to the case before the court. We, the lawyers, would like to note that Big C is mindful of the fact that it is not party to the case and therefore cannot directly engage in settlement negotiations without the consent or authority of the party. It is for this reason, the lawyers say, that the proposal for the amicable settlement was made by Big C to our client instead of directly to the Attorney General. Our client then informed the Honorable Attorney General that he was forwarding the proposal to the Attorney General for his consideration. For the avoidance of doubt, our client hereby confirms that while the proposal originally emanated from Big C, our client has wholly accepted the proposal. We therefore have the consent and authority of our client, the third accused person, to begin a plea negotiations with the Attorney General. Further, our client has brought your letter to the attention of the other accused persons in the case and have requested them to confirm their support for the settlement process initiated by our client. We trust that this clarifies the matter, and we look forward to your cooperation in an amicable. You see, whether you like Godfrey Odame or not, he's a clever lawyer. You can't take that away from him. When he got the letter from them, and any other lawyer will say, okay, let's move on. He said, hey, stop right there. As if he knew today will come. Godfrey Odame knew that today will come. So he told them that, but you wrote a letter to me in the name of some company. I'm not interested. I am prosecuting accused number 1, case Lato Forson. Accused number 2, who is gone. Accused number 3, Richard Japa. It is them I'm prosecuting. I don't know your people. C, big C or small C or blue C or whoever. They should go away. The people write back and say, oh yes, we know that it is true. But for the purpose of this, we are clarifying this here. He said, we therefore have the consent and authority. Now, if you read this letter, your man that you say that he says that somebody is asking him to do some case, well, he was the one begging that he has understood that he has done wrong. Now, if you're an attorney general and you receive a letter like that, what are you going to tell Richard Japa to do for you? You don't need him. First of all, you have scaled the hurdle of the submission of no case. You've defeated them on that one. You're on the highway. And then they write and say that they are begging. And then they are now saying that they who say they are begging, they are now saying that the attorney general is the one who is forcing us. What kind of thing is this? Is it mental health or something? I mean, I just discussed mental health, so I'm sorry if I don't understand it. Samiji, if you show this letter to the journalist on Tuesday, he's starting a press conference on Tuesday. Show this letter to the journalist, read it out and see what the journalist will tell you. And media men, I'll send my reporters there. Or should I even come? Where are they doing the press conference? I'll be there Tuesday. Samiji, if I'll be there. I've missed attending press conference. It's been a long time. I want to be there. And I'll come with the letters. Samiji, I'll come with these letters to the press conference. I'll photocopy it and I'll share it for all the media before you start. Then when you talk, we'll say, answer this question. Go and bring your third accused, who is talking what he wants to say in court, and let him answer the question that, as the third accused, did you write to the attorney general begging that you have committed the offense and that you will pay? Did the third accused access plea bargaining? Has he done that? Has case Lato Forson access plea bargaining? Have they done that? I mean, this country, this kind of propaganda, they are taking it too far away now. That's why I refuse to call Samiji Efi Communication a propaganda secretary. They removed the name propaganda when Damboche was shouting on them. Now they are acting propaganda and then they are calling it national communication officer. Okay, so this is another important letter. Thank you very much, Mr. Producer. Urban Consult, they wrote again. This letter is dated 24th May. Okay.
Be the first to know. And SMP TV.